I came to St. Mary's when I was a tourist before I moved here. It was wonderful to be in this space, away from all the noise and the excitement of the tourist. You'd walk in and it would just be like time out of time. So when I moved here, I came back again, and one of the priests, I think it was Father Smith, recognized me after I'd been here maybe twice. After that, I was pretty sure that this was home.
I came to St. Mary's, it was around 1980. My dad had discovered St. Mary's. I remember him coming home and telling my mother, we've got to go and take a service at St. Mary's. They would bring the children during my mid-teens, early 80s, and it made a huge impression on me at the time. It's such a beautiful building and such a different service than what we were used to at home. So as a weekday, noonday mass regular attendant, we see a lot of visitors come through. And what they find is a great 30 to 40 minute mass that, in my view, is just exceptional in terms of its quality.
The church itself, of course, is gorgeous, and we have, but there are a million gorgeous churches in New York City. But what is it about us? There's something really genuinely magnetic about the people here. We are the body of Christ, and we must sort of nourish each other in the way that Christ has told us to do that. We all have a sort of a God-shaped hole in ourselves. That's a quote from the poet John Donne. But children in particular have that and are eager to fill it. Sometimes we as grown-ups, we take a while to be open to letting God into that space. I know that everybody loves our baptisms. We always encourage the children to come up to the front because kids love to see that, and they love when the water flows all over the floor, and all the parishioners here enjoy so much coming close and being part of this together. So we all enjoy sharing these sacraments.
St. Mary's has an important role to play in the future of the Episcopal Church in this country, and I think in the future of the Anglican Communion. The pulpit at St. Mary's is a place where one realizes the history that's gone before and the importance of the spoken word as well as the word made flesh on the altar.
I found St. Mary's through a priest at a boarding school I was attending, an Anglo-Catholic priest who said, when you're in New York, you must go to St. Mary the Virgin. So, indeed, I was in New York, and I made my way to the open doors of St. Mary's, and I entered and was overwhelmed by the space and the beauty of it all. It's gone on from there. You know, I became a bishop and then the presiding bishop, and St. Mary's has continued to be a reference point, a grounding for me in my life and faith. One of the wonderful things about St. Mary's is that the doors are always open. I think it's wonderful to provide an oasis and a place that speaks of another dimension of life. St. Mary's is much larger than New York City even, in its capacity to welcome and be a beacon for all sorts of people from all sorts of places.
You see here an appreciation of that diversity, one Lord, one faith, one baptism.
St. Mary's has not frozen itself in some sort of archaic moment, but in a very graceful and natural way has incorporated into its worship the best liturgical principles, not only in the Episcopal Church, but in the liturgical movement that transcends any number of denominations. So I think people can come to St. Mary's not just for good liturgy, but also for intelligent liturgy that reflects the best liturgical thinking of our time. Urban parishes in, I would say, strategic locations are extremely important. And I realize that St. Mary the Virgin is not surrounded by apartment houses, but by Times Square in all its idiocy and urgency. Just as the world passes through Times Square, to a certain extent the world passes through St. Mary's.
I'm Stephen Gerth, Rector of St. Mary's. One of the central blessings of this marvelous parish is its location in the heart of Times Square, a location that allows us to speak to thousands of people around the world, and a building that creates a powerfully eloquent message of welcome and worship. After nearly 125 years, the church complex is in need of repairs and upgrades. The stonework of the 46th Street side needs to be restored so that we can remove the scaffolding that covers the beautiful facade. The drainage systems need to be repaired so that we can conserve treasures like the Dangerfield murals in the Lady Chapel. Facilities need to be upgraded so we can open doors to more people with improved access and better services. Restoring and upgrading a landmark structure in Midtown Manhattan is not an inexpensive undertaking, which is why we need your help. The Open Doors Capital Campaign for St. Mary's is an opportunity for you to support this historic church and its vital witness. I have joined the lay leaders of the parish in making a sacrificial pledge to the campaign. Please visit St. Mary's on the web to learn how you can join us in our campaign. Every generation of this parish has faced and surmounted challenges. We are confident that we will be able to make the needed repairs to our historic complex, and the open doors of St. Mary's will continue to proclaim the good news of Jesus Christ to all who enter. Thank you for your help.